Hello and welcome to Glittershinenails. I recently purchased some dipping powders to practice with. I also purchased some very pretty foils as well. In this video I'll be swatching the dipping powders, and in another video later on I'll be creating something with the foils. In the description box below you'll find some links to these products. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and please make sure you have the bell notification on, and please also like this video. These things really do help out my channel. Thank you. So here is what I purchased: some dipping powders and the liquids, as well as these pretty foils. I will have some pictures of these foils laid out so you can see them a little better. So I have wrote on the back their names. This one is Shining Star, a nice array of purples, blues and greens. Really pretty foils. There is 10 in each packet. Next we have Marble Star, and these are some really pretty marble foils. Some of them are quite dark and they are about 20 centimeters long as well. And then finally we have Classic Star, and again some really pretty foils. There is at least 6 that I want to use from this set, so I will be doing something with these in a upcoming video. So on to the dipping powders, and there is 7 colours along with 3 of the liquids. So this should have been a set. These Nicole Diary dipping powders should have actually have been Born Pretty dipping powders, but they sent me the wrong ones. Now the colours are about the same as what they should have been, but they're just the wrong label. Now this top coat I won't be using, as it's just a regular top coat and I prefer to use a gel one, and that's what I'll be using instead. I just find it gives a better finish. I'll also show you the size of the dipping powders against the 15ml bottle. All of the dipping powders say either 10 grams or 10ml pots. So the size of the pots aren't a bad size. I have removed all of the protective lids that were on the pots. So this is the Born Pretty Dip System base, and they are all 7ml bottles, which again is a good size. Then we have the Activator. Now, as I said, I purchased these to get some practice in, and believe me, I need it. Now, the brush should have been white on the base, but I've already ruined that. So I had to find another one to replace it while I'm awaiting the brush saver to arrive. So I'll start with the Nicole Diary Dip Systems first, and this is a baby pink colour. Now I don't know what names or numbers these Nicole Diary Dip Systems are, because they don't have any on the boxes, and as they're not the ones I should have been sent, I can't say, but it's still a nice colour though. Next we have this very pretty red. This is the colour which ruined my base brush because it is so pigmented, but a really nice colour. And then we have this black colour, and it has a tiny sparkle to it. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but it's also not what I would call a black though either. Then next we have the 4 Born Pretty dip powders. Now I have 2 different types. One is just a basic dip powder, and the other is a 3-in-1 dipping powder, carving and extension, and I have 2 of each, and these are 10ml pots. So I'll start with BP DP01 Sorrow Time, and this is a clear dipping powder. I wanted this so I can cap colours and glitters with it, so when filing that I don't hit the colour or the glitter. Next we have BP DP07 Pink Memories, and this is a very pale pink. This is my favourite type of colour for natural overlays other than clear, and that's why I went with this pink. Both of these are just the dipping powders. Next we have the 2 3-in-1 pots, and this first one is BP DP12 Purple Vine, and this is a very pretty lilac purple, just my type of colour. I'm really excited to use this one. And then we have BPA DP13 Green Grape, and this is a soft mint green. Again, another favourite colour shade for me to use. So in a previous dip powder review I had this glitter dip powder, but I wanted to cap it before filing. So I've done another swatch of it, and this is 3 dips of the dipping powder. And to show you the clear, I'm going to cap this. Now all of the other swatches of each colour will be on my natural pop sticks. I also have my 180 grit nail file that I'll be using, along with my buffing block as well for filing later on. And to dust, I've got my firm dusting brush. So I'll start with the glitter pop stick first, and I'm going to use the clear to cap this. I also have the base as well, so I'll apply a layer of the base to cover the glitter dip powder, and then I'm going to dip that into the clear. Now I am still learning, this is only the 3rd time I've used dipping powders, so my application is still not great. Once I've dipped, I'll give that a little time to dry before brushing away the excess. Now it is a little bit on the bumpy side, but a file will sort that out in no time. So to make sure I've covered the glitter, I'm going to dip again, and I'm going to apply the base again, then I'll dip, and then I'll brush away the excess, but the glitter is now completely capped. Now I will apply the activator to all of them later on, just to give the base time to completely dry, so I'll move on to the next colour. So moving on to BP DP07 Pink Memories, and I'm just going to be doing the same. This time I will be doing 3 dips though, just to build up the colour with Pink Memories, as it is a very pale cover nude. I'm very picky over cover nudes, if I'm to be totally honest, and I can never seem to find the right colour for me, which is why I always go with clear. But this one is perfect, just the hint of pink. So I definitely want to try this one on my own nails. This would also be good colour if you don't want to wear anything bright. If you work, it would be a nice soft neutral tone to wear. You could very easily do just 2 dips if you wanted to, but I wanted to see what the difference was between 2 dips and 3 dips. But it is a very pretty colour. You could also use this for like a baby boomer if you wanted to. So now that I've finished, I'll leave that to completely dry before adding the activator and filing later on. Moving on to BPA DP13 Green Grape. Now mint green colours are super popular, so this is why I actually picked this colour, and I love creating mint green manis, so this would be a great colour for that, and it would work all year round as well. With Green Grape I'm just doing 2 dips this time, but it's a really good coverage for the 2 dips. Again, you could very easily go in with the 3rd if you wanted to. Now in my first dip review I did have a couple of people give me some tips, so thank you for them. I do however still keep making mistakes, like capping under the free edge. It makes it bunch up underneath. I need to stop doing that, but a massive thank you to them people. But what a beautiful colour Green Grape is. As I said, an all year round colour, just perfect. So I'll now leave that to dry with the others I've already completed. Moving on to BPA DP12 Purple Vine, and this is a stunning lilac colour. Now originally I wasn't going to be bringing these dip powders to my channel just because I'd only bought them to practice with, so I have already swatched these before I did this video. On the first go with Purple Vine, it did sort of marble on me, but this time on camera it didn't, so I don't know what I did differently, but I obviously did something. Purple Vine is just 2 dips. What a beautiful colour. This is a very me colour, but I can see it being popular. Everybody loves purple. So now that I've completed that, I'll leave that to dry and move on to the Nicole Diary colours. I will say the Born Pretty dip powders are really nice to use, and the colours are quite pigmented as well. Moving on to the first Nicole Diary dip powder, which is the baby pink. Now what I've done in the description box is I found what I think these Nicole Diary dip powders are, or as close as I can get. It is so very annoying when companies send the wrong brand. Now with this baby pink colour, I did first go in with 2 dips, which was a good coverage, but after looking at it for a minute or two, I wanted to see what the difference would be like between 2 and 3. I'm not sure which one I prefer, if I'm honest, so 2 or 3 dips works well. It would just be a personal preference really, but a really nice colour that builds up well. It also works well with the Born Pretty liquids as well. So I'll now leave that to fully dry and move on to the next colour. I do feel I'm getting better with the dip powders. It's definitely a work in progress. Moving on to the grey black from Nicole Diary. I feel this is more grey than black, but hopefully you'll be able to see the sparkle a little bit more. Now this grey is very pigmented. 2 dips is all it takes for full opaqueness. The Nicole Diary dip powders are also really nice to work with. It doesn't feel any different to any of the Born Pretty ones I've used. I do, however, want a large pot of the clear though. Now they do build up nicely with a good coverage. I know that this type of colour isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I love a good dark grey black for Halloween, and I think this is going to be perfect. But a really nice colour. I'll now leave this to dry with the others and move on to the final colour. Moving on to the red from Nicole Diary, I do feel this red is the most pigmented out of the 6 coloured dipping powders in this video. Now because of what happened the first time I used this colour, I am working much more carefully this time around. Now with 1 dip, this is completely covered. It's an amazing coverage. Now I do go in with a 2nd dip and it makes the colour much darker. So if I wanted the first dip colour, I would then build the nail up in clear instead of adding more colour. Now because obviously I'm still learning dip powders, I did miss a couple of spots and I very badly covered them up. You can tell I'm still learning. It really is a work in progress for me. But what a fantastic colour for fall, Halloween and winter nails. Very pigmented though, so be very, very careful working with a colour like this. So I wanted to show you what I was doing with each colour after the last dip, and that was capping the colour in 1 clear dip, and I was doing that off camera to the side. So I'll show you that with the red, and I'm doing this because I want to protect the colour more than anything else. I don't want to file into that colour. Again, this is a personal choice. This is the way that I want to work with the dip system. Now another mistake I made was the pop stick wasn't completely clear of the excess red. So I now have red in my clear, and I cannot tell you how annoyed I am with myself. So once I've brushed away any of the excess, I will leave that to fully dry. So now they are dry, I'm going to add 1 good coat of the activator to all the pop sticks, and then I'm going to leave that to dry for a few minutes. Now the liquids don't have any harsh smells to them. The base smells just like nail glue, so that's good. Now whilst I was doing this video and voiceover, the second parcel arrived. So I now have even more dip colour powders to share with you. I also have now got the brush saver as well. So I'll be bringing them to my channel very soon. And they are some fantastic colours. Can't wait to try them out. So off camera I've filed, shaped and buffed all of them. They are lovely and smooth, but I've left one to do on camera, which is the red one. So using my 180 grit nail file and my buffing block, I'm going to shape the nail the sidewalls and the free edge, and I need to remove this tiny little bump that I have on the end of the pop stick. So I'll take the hand file and I'll file the sidewalls and the free edge, and then I'll go over all of the body of the nail. Now, another mistake, I should have maybe used a slightly lower grit file, like a 150, because this is acrylic. I'm so used to gel, it's what I'm trained in. That only needs a 180 grit file, so next time I will be using a 150. But it files really well into shape. Things don't have to be great. File sorts out many problems. Yes, I'm one of them techs. Have plenty of files, give it a good file. If it's even worse, put a bit of glitter over it. Covers everything. I'll then buff over the nail, making it nice and smooth, removing any of the scratch marks I've made, and then I'll give the nail a clean with some isopropyl alcohol and a wax strip, and when I've finished, it doesn't look too bad at all. So now they're all filed, shaped and buffed, I'm going to be applying a layer of the no wipe top coat, and I'll be curing them for 60 seconds in my lamp. So with the first pop stick, we have the glitter dip powder with the clear cap. When I add the top coat, it really shows how clear the clear is and how beautiful that glitter is. It's absolutely stunning. So I'll leave this video with a close-up of all the colours together, fully cured. I'll be returning to them along with using the foils in some manis, and stay tuned for the others that I'll be bringing to my channel. All of my swatches will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I'd be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my swatch review on these dipping powders. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, thanks for watching and bye.